right, so I guess we'll go into this. And of you guys here, I think the majority of you guys are probably not going to go with the laptop option, correct? Is that a fair assumption? You might do it. Okay, so we'll go over it. And since my model broke, I went and had our lovely and talented Gary. What are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, we had our lovely and talented Gary go ahead and build one of the stock models that comes with the kit. Actually, it's the one that's like pictured on the kit. So we had him make the alligator, and so he already did that. So it has the instructions inside of the software. So if you like go up to, I believe it's, no, it's not that one. If you click on the little Lego head, there's a whole bunch of different models that are pictured. And we went ahead and went with the alligator, just because the alligator's cool. And so it includes a little video of the alligator running. Okay, and then after that, it has a little bit of info about how the model works. And then it has instructions that are step by step. And so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through these.
Which side is this on? Is this on?
It's not on the site. This is included in the software. Yeah. And so it includes just how to build it. So we followed all of his directions, hopefully correctly. And we have our alligator. Okay. And now we need to program our alligator. And so this is the programming software. So everything is drag and drop, which is super simple, kind of. So in order to get this program up here, I want to go ahead and basically what this code is saying is that it's going to program the alligator to close its jaw when it eats. So it's going to, this is a start button. So when I push A, it's going to go ahead and start this program. And it's just going to execute it linearly. So it's going to rotate the motor. It's going to play the sound number 17 in the sound library. Then it'll turn the other way. And it'll do that for 7/10 of a second. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and program this. Okay, and it's super complex, okay? You need a degree for this because it is so hard, okay? Like NASA people can't figure it out, okay? So you're going to click, you're going to hold, and you're going to drag, and then you're going to unclick. That's hard, guys, right? Super hard, okay? So you clicked A, okay? And then I want my motor to turn, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to just butt it right up against it. All right, and then I want it to play a sound, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And the number for the sound block is just an identifier of different sounds. So like 1 is, I don't actually know what 1 is, but 1 can be like a screaming sound, and 2 can be like a happy birthday sound, or you know, it's just a different sound in the sound library. So it's not super important. It's just whatever they want to play. So we'll do 13. We'll be different. Our alligator will make a whatever sound number 13 is. Then we're going to have the motor turn this way. Now let's say I picked the wrong block. If I double click it, so if I just click it, the arrow turns and now the motor's turning that way. If I click it again, now it's going the other way. So it's, if you like pick up the wrong block, that's fine. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my wait block. And what this does is it tells the motor that you're going to wait. You're going to continue doing that for however many tenths of a second that I program it for. In our case, we're going to do 7. So you can actually hit backspace and, then type it in. Or you can click on it a whole bunch of times and it'll increase number until you get there. But just because it's quicker, I'm going to go ahead and type in that number. Okay, so once I've actually done this, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that my USB cord is plugged in. Okay, I'm going to make sure that my sensors are connected and that my motor is connected, and it's just like a clicky. So like if you see there are metal prongs, and you guys can get up closer if you can't see. There's metal prongs in the Legos, and that's how the circuitry and information is conducted. So it actually completes a circuit. So if I plug it in, I can do that. And then I have my sensor that's actually nested inside of here. So you can see that I have the proximity sensor Oh my goodness, this is gonna be really, please don't break on me. So I have the proximity sensor that's actually located inside of the alligator's mouth. And what that does is when the alligator senses that something is close to its mouth, it's gonna either close it or open it depending on where it is in the program. So it's just gonna continuously chomp. But this code isn't actually utilizing that. We're gonna go into that later. Right now, this code that I have programmed, that's this one up here with the A trigger, is that it's gonna turn the motor on, it's going to spin, then it's gonna place down, then it's gonna spin the other way, and it's gonna do that all in 7/10 of a second. So let's go ahead and hope that that actually worked. So I'm gonna hit A. Am I plugged in? A. Oh, come on.
May I ask a quick question?
Yeah, go ahead.
The motors that are the battery pack, do those have the capability of being programmed as well?
Yes. So the motor, oh, sorry. Okay. So her question was, the motors that come with the battery pack, do those have the capability to be plugged in as well? And yes. So the battery pack has the same interface. It has the same little clippy part that the WeDo kit has. So those are actually interchangeable. And if you have a whole bunch of extra batteries, you can run them. I think no, you can't run them consecutively on this little thing. Each one of these can only run one motor. Or it can run two motors, but they will be doing the same exact thing. Because like I can't call out different motors. I can't call out like motor A and motor B. If you notice on these motor blocks, it's just the motor.
You need a kit for each motor if you have one more motor.
Not necessarily. If you want them to do the same thing, you can use one. If you want them to do different things that are programmed, then yes, you have to have more than one kit. That gets really pricey. Just if you can figure out how to run it off of a battery pack, do that. But if you want to like use a sensor to drive it, then you'll need that.
For our model, if they're wanting to do a couple different programs, so would you just plug in the different parts of that model, just in the order the boys would like to show it in?
How do we say that again? So if you wanted to have the one model and have the whole bunch of different.
Like if I have the robotics kit, my
yes.
And if they want to program, so there's two motors that do things. So would we just plug in the first one to do that for the first split and then plug in the next one?
You could, so that's an option. So if you want to have like two motors that are doing different things, but you don't necessarily want to buy the whole bunch of different little USB pluggy thingies, then yes, you can just move it around and show the reviewers like that. That's fine. But if it's just running a motor, there's no reason why you can't just do that with a battery pack. This is more so like if you want to have a sensor driving the motor. And you know, it's super useful, but it's not necessary. So it's really just dependent. So again, so if I go ahead and depress the A button, he just chomps. So I'll do that again for you guys. So the code that's running right now is the top string, and it's not using the ultrasonic sensor. This is just motor and button. Okay. So now this Okay, so for you lovely people at home, I push A and he chomps. Yeah? Okay. So and they can see what I have on the screen, right? Yeah, okay. So that was this top code. Okay, and so this tutorial actually has more stuff. So if I go ahead and click the next button, it figures out how to incorporate the ultrasonic sensor, and it actually has a really helpful explanation about the ultrasonic sensor. So it shows how the ultrasonic waves are projected from the sensor and how they are transmitted back and how it activates the motor. So it shows the code for that, and I actually have that written on the bottom right here. So again, just drag and drop, but this time instead of having it start with the A button, we're gonna go ahead and have it start with the I forget what they call this, the start button, okay? And so what that does is when I click on the start button, it's gonna go ahead and execute the program, okay? So this program says that when I go ahead and click the start button, it's gonna wait for the ultrasonic sensor to sense something. So it will not move unless something moves in front of the ultrasonic sensor. after the ultrasonic sensor has sensed motion or something in its path, then it will go ahead and trigger the motor to spin. And that should be that way, actually. And then it'll play a sound. It'll play sound 17, and then it'll spin the other way. And then it'll wait for the 7/10 of a second. And then it has this interesting little figure right here. And that is basically a loop button. Okay? And what that does is once it gets to here, it's going to go back to the beginning of the code. All right? So then it'll sense it, execute all of these commands, and then once it executes the last command, it'll go back and wait for the sensor again. So if this works properly, I'll go ahead and play that. So it shouldn't move until I trigger this guy. Come on. Where are you? Okay, so my hand is in front of it, and then my hand is in front of it, it's moving again, and then it's stopping. And then my hand is in front of it again, and it'll continue to do that until the cows come home. Like,
Why is it not shutting?
I think the motors, I think the rubber bands are a little bit tight on this, and it's spinning the wrong way. Let me try it. It should, I mean, it's spinning and then it's changing directions. It's just that maybe the rubber bands aren't necessarily working for that. Yeah, see, so now it's closing. But now it closes too much. Yeah, I think it's the rubber bands. I'm thinking you're having an issue with that. Oh.
Now it's keep on going up.
Let me try to figure you out. Oh no, don't break on me.
Snap up the jaw.
I'm sorry. PETA's gonna come after me. All right, well, okay. Well, in theory, it should go like this, like the other one, code did. But you can see very clearly that it's being triggered only by the ultrasonic sensor, and that it's only happening when something is sensed by the ultrasonic sensor. So that is what this platform actually affords you, and you can get like super complex with it. You can have 2 sensors, so you can have like when something crosses the front, it closes the motor, and you can have like the tilt sensor on the top, and when the tilt sensor senses that the mouth is at a certain angle, then it opens it again. You know, it can get super complex. It just depends on how far into the rabbit hole your kids want to go. But again, it's not necessary, but it is kind of a fun thing. So do we have any questions about how the programming works at all? Yeah.
Backing up how to build the alligator and all the other little things that they have in the WeDo, the instructions, those are only on the software, or can I find those online? That doesn't seem right that it should only be on the software.
I feel like the answer is that they are only on the software, but I feel like if you look hard enough on the internet, probably somebody has put it there.
So it's not through the site, you don't have it?
We do not have it, but if you happen to find it on the internet, and you happen to use it with your team,
Well, I can definitely look on the internet.
I mean, I have no way of checking if you purchased it.
The instructions for models on the LEGO website.
Yeah, they have a lot of stuff. It may not be these models, but they have models. Yeah. It's the WeDo educational software. So capital W-E, capital D-O. And if I believe it comes with this kit. So, and this is what will be provided in the grant program too. So, yes.
Is that all the things that you can build with it?
Yeah, you can build a whole bunch of stuff with just the stuff that's right in here. Yeah. These are also the same models that are covered in the Bricks for Kids classes for junior robotics. So, these are the kits that she uses for Bricks for Kids for bricks for kids, junior robotics camps and classes. So a lot of these models the kids make during the classes throughout the week. So like every day has a different theme. Like, so they'll make like the goalie or the legs with the kicker or the birds, just depending on what the camp's theme is. I'm shamelessly plugging for them because they're sponsoring the grant system. Yeah.
So, he just showed me this, the WeDo building instructions on the Lego site that has a picture of each of those things.
Mm-hmm.
If you click on it, you go in.
Oh, it does have
it.
that.
Step by step.
Oh, okay, perfect then. Perfect.
Repeat that for the live stream.
Oh, I'm sorry. So if you go onto the page that has the price breakdown for the Jr.FLL, or the building instructions on the, what is that, the Lego site?
Education.lego.
So at education.lego, it actually has instructions for a lot of the models that are on the screen right now for you lovely people at home. Hi, Callie. So you can go ahead and go there for instructions. Yes, kiddo. Yeah, so if I like throw the hat in there, it triggered it. I mean, the hat didn't stay in there because it kind of ricocheted, but like, see, it moves it. Well, it should move it. I think I need to have it like, again, make a box for your model. I've already broken this so many times. I don't know why you're not going down. But yeah, so it'll trigger it if you have like the hat or whatever in there. Okay, so any other questions for the programming portion?
The grant, how do I apply for that?
So we have information on our website, but I think it's just a simple application on Google Forms. So if you go there, you fill out a sheet very similar to what you signed in on when you were. Do you have the link for that yet or no?
It's on the website, so we can pull up on the
The
Chromebook.
actual link would be really helpful.
It's on our website. If you hover, there's a link in the menu for Working Team Grants.
Which website is that?
The cvrobotics.org.
cvrobotics.org/juniorfll/grants.
So it's cvrobotics.org/juniorfll/grants.